So, hello everyone, and welcome to a very brief video because this morning I am getting ready to go to work. Yay! And I just wanted to do a very quick video before I finish getting ready. As you can probably tell, I need a shave desperately, but I'll take care of that in a minute. So, this week I'm recording this video on Thursday, the 25th of April. Big week, big day. Tomorrow is actually a very big day. For trivial reasons, perhaps? Yeah, I would say so. It's all to do with the Avengers. Endgame comes out today. I'm seeing it tomorrow morning. So I'm going to be on something of a social media blackout for most of today. Because although people, try not to post spoilers, you inevitably get someone who does. And they ruin the film for you. So I'll be staying off social media for most of today, I reckon. But I'm looking forward to it. It's the end of a very long journey. My wife and I have recently gone through all the previous Marvel Universe films. We watched Infinity War yesterday to kind of finish off ahead of the big finale, as it were, tomorrow. So looking forward to that. I've heard people say, without giving away spoilers, I've heard people say it's a very emotional film. It's glorious. It's just wow, 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 almost from start to finish. So looking forward to it. What I'm not looking forward to is the football, because I was relying desperately on Manchester United to do Liverpool a favour yesterday, and they didn't. They failed miserably in the end, which is, to be honest, to be expected from Manchester United, because they have been shocking recently. And to be in a situation where we as Liverpool fans needed Man United to do us a favour was always quite bad anyway, but the reality is they're not good enough to do us a favour anyway. So now, if we're going to win the Premiership, we're relying on, well, I think it's, I don't know if Man City have to play Watford, who might be a bit of a tricky side. Burnley, I think, as well, might possibly be a little bit tricky, but I think the reality is now Man City will win the league. Even if we win all our remaining games, we're desperately relying on Man City to drop points or two. And that seems unlikely now. So I'm disappointed in Man United, but then again, I've always been disappointed in Man United because they're Man United. I was also disappointed with Spurs because they might have had a chance of stopping them, and they failed the other week as well. So thank you, Spurs. Beyond that, really, not much to say, I suppose, for this video. It's just a case of, boring stuff, as I say, going to work today and slugging it out on a late shift. So I get home about 8:30, which isn't too bad, really, I suppose. It could be a lot worse. I've done shifts where I've finished later than that. I've had days where I've started earlier and finished later than that, so I should be thankful, I suppose, for small mercies. And yeah, as far as that's concerned, that's that. What I'm probably going to try and do in the coming days and weeks is do a few other videos, try and get into that habit, because I do a lot of stuff online, like sort of with written stuff. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye outside because there is a dog on my front garden. Oh, and it's gone. That's the thing about doing these videos off the cuff. You never know what's going to happen, including the random appearance of a dog. Not on my garden, please. But anyway, yeah, so this is more like I suppose, a blog entry rather than anything else. Just doing it in video form for a change. And I want to try and do this more often. The other thing you might have noticed, I'm adjusting my glasses quite a lot because they're broken. The one of the little things here that supports your nose snapped off. Hooray! So that is going to get replaced soon. To be fair, I've had these glasses for 6 or 7 years, so I have made them work. I've definitely got my money's worth out of them, to put it that way. But new glasses sooner rather than later, I think, just to update them. It's long overdue. What else is going on? It's kind of like, I suppose, and I actually wrote about this on my website a little bit. It's a year of endings and transitions. what with a few things which come to their final conclusion. For example, Game of Thrones. We're rapidly approaching the end of that, as we know. We have Avengers Endgame, which isn't the end of the Marvel Universe, but it is, I think, going to be quite a big shift in the Marvel Universe. It's going to feel like a finale. There's no way of getting around that, really. We had the end of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, without giving away spoilers, the way in which that tees up Season 3, major changes there. We've got the end of the Star Wars saga, or at least the end of the sequel trilogy later on this year. So, some major, I suppose, fictional milestones and moments. And people might say they're fictional, it's not real. But for a lot of people, myself included, these are characters and stories and journeys that you get emotionally invested in. Just as people get invested in things like soap operas and things like that. For some of us, it's sci-fi and fantasy that we get invested in, because although you have some fantastical settings for these things, it doesn't mean that the characters' experiences aren't reflective of what we go through in real life. And just because the setting is different doesn't mean they're not experiencing these things. So they're going on these journeys, we're following these journeys with them, and when those journeys come to an end, for whatever reason, it is quite dramatic. It can be quite emotional. That's the power of film and TV shows, and dare I say it, books as well. I'm actually reading through the Honor Harrington series, and from what I'm led to believe, the last two books that I recently got are the last two books in that series. So when I get around to them, that's another saga that I've finished, that I've completed, another journey which is over. So it is shaping up to be a year where a lot of these fictional journeys come to an end, but they do mean something, and anyone that that watches these shows will appreciate that there is an emotional weight to these things, which not everyone understands, but it is there. It is tangible, and yeah, let's get a bit closer there. And it means something, as it should do. Just like sport means something, I'm still hoping for a miracle and that Liverpool can win the Premiership. Although I said from the start that Liverpool wouldn't win the league, and I guess what I said at the start of the season will come true. I don't think we will win the league. We're relying on an extremely good Man City side to drop points, and I don't think they will. Not at this point of the season. You never know, but I didn't expect it, so I won't be disappointed if we don't win. And if we do somehow still win the title, fantastic, amazing, brilliant. But it won't happen. So as I've ranted now for coming up to 10 minutes, I'm trying to think if I can say anything relevant, and I can't. So all I want to say is thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Whatever you've got planned, enjoy it. Unless, of course, you're having to go to work, in which case, just do your best and get through it. And beyond that, take care, everyone.